We've all heard this story as kids, right? The crow and the fox. But today, we're going to look at it for what it really is, a total masterclass in psychology. Yeah, this isn't just a cute tale about talking animals. It's a sharp, totally timeless analysis of vanity, manipulation, and the art of persuasion. So let's just dive right in with the big question at the heart of this story. You know, we usually think of compliments as nice, kind things to say. But what if they're not? In the right hands, or, paws in this case, can a compliment actually be used as a weapon to get exactly what you want?
All right, so the scene is set. Our story starts with all the perfect ingredients for some serious drama. We've got two classic characters, one very, very desirable object, and this collision of pride and cleverness that's just waiting to happen. So on one side, you've got the crow. He's conceited, he's proud, and most importantly, he's holding a delicious piece of cheese. And then on the other side, the fox. He's clever, he's watching, and he wants that cheese badly. The stage is set. The one who has the prize is vulnerable, and the one who wants it is a strategist.
And listen to this, because this is the key. The crow's first thought isn't, "Yum, I'm so hungry," or "Wow, this cheese smells great." No, his first thought is about how other people will admire him. That vanity, it's not just a part of his personality, it's his biggest weakness. And the fox sees it.
So what's a fox to do? He can't fly up there and grab the cheese. He can't use brute force. So he does something much smarter. He sizes up his opponent, finds that one critical weakness, and chooses the perfect weapon. Not his teeth, his words. This is where the mind games really begin.
And the attack starts so simply, it's brilliant. The fox doesn't beg for the cheese, he doesn't demand it, he just throws out this big, general compliment. It's a simple little hook, aimed right at the crow's most obvious source of pride, his looks.
And then, bam, he doubles down. He gets specific. Shiny feathers, wonderful beak. See what he's doing? This makes the flattery feel way more genuine, more personal. He's not just saying the crow is beautiful, he's giving reasons why. And that makes it almost impossible for the crow's ego to ignore.
And right here, this is the masterstroke. The fox completely pivots. He goes from praising what he can see to questioning a hidden talent. This is so much more than a compliment now. It's a challenge, but it's disguised as a compliment. He has just poked the crow's ego, basically daring him to prove how great he really is. It's genius.
Okay, so this brings us right to the climax, where this whole carefully spun web of flattery leads to exactly what the fox wanted. The trap has been set, and our vain crow is about to walk right into it.
And there it is. The crow is so completely blinded by all this praise, so eager to prove the fox right, that he forgets everything else. He forgets about the cheese sitting right there in his beak. All he can think about is showing off. That desire has just taken over all common sense.
So he puffs out his chest, takes a big breath, ready to unleash this incredible, beautiful melody. But of course, what comes out instead is just this horrible, loud, totally out-of-tune caw. And in that one single, foolish moment of pride, it's over. The prize is lost. The cheese just tumbles out of his open beak and falls right down to the waiting fox below. The strategy worked perfectly.
But wait, the story isn't over just because the fox has the cheese. Nope. The most crucial part is the conversation that happens next, where the lesson of the story is driven home with some pretty brutal honesty.
See, the fox doesn't just eat and run, he actually sticks around to mock the crow, and he spells out exactly what the crow's flaw was. He uses this specific word, ostentation, which is basically him saying, "Hey, your desperate need to show off, that's what did you in."
And it's really important we get this word. Ostentation isn't just about being proud. It's the performance of pride. It's that need to be seen, to be admired, to put everything you have on display for everyone else. That right there was the crow's fatal flaw.
And the crow finally gets it, but of course it's way too late. Now he's just left with an empty stomach and that hot sting of embarrassment. He sees the direct line between his desire to perform and the fact that he just lost his dinner.
And all of this brings us to the simple but really powerful moral of the story. It's a wake-up call for self-awareness, for a little bit of humility. Just knowing that your vanity can make you vulnerable is the very first step in protecting yourself from it.
So why are we still talking about this simple little story hundreds of years later?
Well, it's because the dynamic between the proud crow and the clever fox, it's playing out around us every single day.
I mean, think about it. The lessons here are totally universal. Our vanity, our need for likes on social media or for praise at the office, it creates these little cracks, these vulnerabilities that other people can absolutely exploit. Flattery is still a huge tool for manipulation, so the big takeaway is to just be a little suspicious of praise that seems to want something from you and, work on that self-awareness so you can tell when your own ego is being played.
So, we'll leave you with this to think about. Who are the foxes in your world? And maybe more importantly, what's the cheese that you're protecting? Because it doesn't have to be a real object. It could be your time, your trust, maybe a great idea. Recognizing the patterns from this ancient fable in our modern lives is probably the best way to make sure we don't end up like that vain and very hungry crow.